Alright guys, diecastmania here with another video, and today we're going to be doing a model review of the Joal 1/50th scale Liebherr L566 2+2 wheel loader. So anyway, this is a rather interesting model, and the fact that it is a Joal model, but it's a Liebherr. Now historically, Joal has ever only produced two Liebherr models. The L564, which is the predecessor to this, and the L566. Now, I do believe the L566 was one of Joal's last ever new models, and it's sporting the new Joal logo on the box. Now, if I were to hazard a guess, this model would have been probably released in maybe 2007 or 8 or so. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this model originally was not very well received at all, and not a whole lot of people own this. Now, I'll give a couple different theories as to why it never took off later on in this video. But anyway, the box was the standard newer Joal style box. Surprisingly has twist ties, so they took a tip from Norscott there, and yeah. But anyway, they also had a version of this model in a standard Liebherr branded box. They didn't say it was Joal or anything. Kind of like the uniform boxes that NZG and Conrad used. Anyway, there's some brief specifications of the machine on the back. So anyway, here we go. The Joal Liebherr L566 wheel loader. Now, this model, when it originally came out, was actually ridiculously expensive for a Joal model. So that might have been due to the fact that they had to get this up to Liebherr standards, as opposed to what they originally produced. Again, I'll explain that. But anyway, I do remember this model listing regularly from anywhere from $60 to $70 and upwards, which was charting dangerously into NZG and Conrad pricing territory. I think this model was originally released at a show like ConExpo or Bauma. They did produce a special all-silver plated kind of look to it. The metallic polished metal special edition. But anyway, now here we go. The model is quite different from most Joal models. Gone is the super thick looking paint. The paint on this one's actually fairly crisp. The decaling and everything looks to be of a higher standard. And there's even a small appearance of metal hand railing, although these ones are plastic. Now, as far as the functionality goes, arms raise up, and they clear a standard dump truck, no problem. Dump angle leaves a little bit to be desired, though the curl or carry angle is pretty decent. Some nice teeth on the bucket. Cut is alright. The steering is not the greatest. It is a little bit limited, but there are actual hydraulic cylinders in there. There's a little bit of oscillation on the rear axle, although it is not really enough to write home about. There is an attempt to model a driveline, though that is pretty interesting. The little gray venting on the side is actually plastic, and so is this little diamond plate texturing here. It kind of pops out a little bit. So anyway, there's a little look at it. Some nice detailing inside the cab. There's a pretty decent attempt at the interior. We have the wiper and everything. We even have nice painted silver lights inside there. The tires are of a nice flat black rubber. They have a nice tread pattern, and they look quite nice. The molding is very nice on them. So yeah, this is a different model. You know, it's not, like I said, it's not the typical Joal model. Although I do believe it is one of Joal's last new models before going on a hiatus that eventually led to them going out of business, quite unfortunately. So anyway, here we go, the Joal Liebherr L566 wheel loader. Not a super well received model at first, especially with, from what I hear, higher end models like the NZG Liebherr L586 only being a difference of maybe $10 or $20 more. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.